on the day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cells. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tori? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. I hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tori, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tori? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in radio land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? I mean, it's Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. Who we got in the chat? SC Kawanda, Sincere, Ronnie Ray Real in the chat. Jeff is in the chat. Anita Nicole, I see you, Anita, in the chat. Brother Hayes is in the chat. Salute. Hey, look, we got another powerful conversation for you today, so I'm going to need y'all to tap in. Before we get into the show, I want to talk about what's going on, or my opinion about what's going on in Iran, because I see a lot of people, you know, they throwing their opinions out there about what they thinking about the war that, you know, that recently kind of trying to clear out this regime over there. So I got some friends from Iran that's here. They got businesses and stuff like that, and you know we talk. You know, everybody got businesses in our communities. So you know, if you want to know about something, it ain't hard to find people from other countries because many times when they come to the United States, some of them find their way in black communities and they can set up stores and stuff like that. So for some reason, we can't set the same stores up, but they can come over here and set up stuff. And hey, so I got a lot of friends from all over different parts of the world, but I talked to one of my Iranian friends, and they felt like this was something that was a good thing for the Iranian people, that it was a liberation kind of, you know, they're setting them free from a regime that was killing and doing all kinds of stuff. This Islamic regime that was running Iran, they were in fear, you know. And so I guess basically it was a good thing. This was a good thing that was going on. So I'm out of it. I'm out. You know, I think that if they feel like this is something good, moving what they're doing or their country in you know, where they live in a positive direction, what do I got to say? You know, what is my opinion? If they happy about it, if they feel like this is something that can move them into a better situation when it comes to their country, hey, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm gonna keep it moving. And so I'm riding to work today because, you know, I was out dealing with something and I had to jump in the Uber to come over to the station. And so it was a guy that was driving the Uber, and I was like, okay, God, you know, you get in the car, you get in the Uber, like, okay, you know, God bless you, you know, hopefully your day was good. And the guy was basically just saying, hey, look, it's a lot going on in this world. Trump is a madman for what he's doing and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, well, can I ask you a question? And he was like, yeah. I said, what if I called you and I asked you, because you from, I think he was from, this wasn't even an American black. This was a African that was driving. He was from Africa somewhere. And I said, what if I called you and asked you what was going on in your country and you told me, hey, this was a good thing. And you say, what's going on in my country, if it got bombed, it was a good thing because the regime was terrible. And you was kind of for it, and you lived there. He was like, yeah, you know, I understand that. I said, well, I see plenty videos of Iranians having celebrations and happy and looking forward to the future of what can happen in their country. So why are you upset? He was like, you know what, you're right. I said, okay, well, let's keep it moving. It's no discussion. It's no discussion. I got a video, Andrew, get the video up of what I'm seeing, you know, as far as like from Iran, the people. I want to show y'all this. If y'all watching this, we broadcast live. I don't understand. This is it. Like it doesn't matter how you feel. Look at how the people that are under the oppression feel. If they feel like, okay, this is a brand new start, this is a start where they can get themselves in a better position in there and where they live, and they're celebrating that the regime is falling, it's other stuff with resources that's going on too, with oil. I'll get to that stuff later. You know, it's always a twofold situation with the United States. You know what I mean? If they dropping bombs on you, it's a resource. You guys, first of all, you got to have some resources first for us to even drop the bombs. You know, for us to even become a part of it. I know a lot of people talk about Israel and America teaming up and doing this and that, and every president had to go to that wall with that yarmulke on their head and kiss the wall. Every president before Trump had to do this. But what I'm saying is, look at these people. I'm showing you, like, from all over. You know, they're celebrating, like, in the streets, to me. And so I got, you know, friends that are Iranian that I talk to, and Palestinian, and Like I said, every black community got some of everybody with a business in it. So if you want to know, go ask one of them. They living and they setting up shop. Y'all buying stuff from them. All you got to do is go in the store and ask them. So at the end of the day, I'm going to end it like this. If they feel like there's an opportunity for them to do better where they live or to be in a better position from what's going on, I don't see why people got strong opinions outside of those that actually are being mostly and directly affected by it. Hey, look, when I come back, I'm going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
And that's Tory Lowe bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
I got money now.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
At Versity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/VersityOnKing to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
They can't kill my spirit. Tory Lowe can't live my spirit. Cause the devil trying to kill my spirit. Feeling myself two-step, then I do my dance. Advocate, take the charge, play your hand. All white like a swan, stepping with the sauce. With the pep in your step, guess you should've brought the sauce. Cut the check, say the truth, know I'm feeling better. I need to go to therapy and we could go together. They just opened up my heart, told them it was a drought. The enemy tried to tear me apart, it just can't happen.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I want to talk about this Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton deposition that they recently had in front of the House Oversight Committee last week. You know, I saw some of the Bill Clinton deposition, and I just want to bring some of it to Truth Nation because these depositions are going on right now about Jeffrey Epstein, and Hillary and Bill have footage is starting to come out of them taking the deposition, and and depending on what media outlet is showing it, they clipping it that way they want to set their narratives. But I wish they just let out the whole thing to the public. You think that they got the whole deposition, the whole probably 2-3 hours worth of questioning available to the public? Because what I'm seeing is they're pinching off what they want people to see. That's going to get people riled up, or depending on if it's Fox or CNN. I don't even know when the last time I sat down and watched Fox, the national Fox, or CNN. I don't even watch it. I don't even know when the last time. It's probably been years since I even sat down and watched it. Now I see the little clips because when you scroll on Facebook or social media, you get to see these clips. So, but what I'm saying is, we trying to get to the bottom of what took place with Epstein. And, Bill Clinton was on a lot of pictures. They even had a painting with him in a blue dress inside his home. We got some audio on the deposition with Bill Clinton. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got some video. Let's listen.
I hate this, but because I don't believe I should inject anything. But I do not want to leave the impression, but since there was no follow-up question, the president never, this is 20-something years ago, never said anything to me to make me think he was involved in anything improper with regard to Epstein either. He just didn't. That's the truth. As I said earlier, the only conversation I had with President Trump about this was in the early 2000s. And I have no information that he did anything wrong. I just want it all out there. I want everybody to get it all out there and let everybody see where we are.
All right, so Bill Clinton said he has no evidence or anything that Trump did anything wrong. Now, a lot of y'all aiming y'all anger at Donald J. Trump, but if anybody, y'all wasn't there. But if anybody know what's happening, if they got pictures of Bill Clinton and some compromising pictures in the swimming pool, on the flights, they got Maxwell at the wedding, at his daughter's wedding. Hey, if he know better than you, like he was a part of it, and he said he wanted to set the record straight. He has said that he don't think that Trump had anything, like that to deal with it. Now, y'all can take it and deal with it however y'all want to deal with it. I believe that it don't matter if it's Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. I don't care who. If they messing around with these kids, they need to go to jail. They should have been in jail. If there's evidence that they could go to jail, that they all need to go to jail. Let me take that stance right quick. But they leave out there these little nuggets of, Democrat, Republican, donkey gang, elephant gang. But when it comes to kids, if something is happening, I say, and I always said, that if I got a call right now and the kid said that they was assaulted by the president or, Bill Clinton or whoever, I'm going to do my best to put that person behind bars. Period. So for those that's just, your favorite person on the list and you ain't talking about their favorite person or this and that, hey, to me, it's sad. And, they said it was a situation with Trump and a 13-year-old girl that the FBI didn't let out or whatever like that. But they need to let all of that out, too. Because if that's the case, then he need to go and be called on the carpet for what he done with the child. Now, they got him for the girl. If they took him to trial for hush money with the stripper. That's what he went to court for. Okay, well, if they have evidence of him with a minor, I believe they should have had the same process as well. So that's how I feel about that. Let's get Gary on the lines. How you doing, Gary?
Good, Tori. All right, I'm doing good. Yep, nope, I was just getting ready to call you and bring it up. She was actually 14 years old. Mm-hmm. And the FBI, his Justice Department right now is trying to retain those documents and not let them forward. Mm-hmm. And she accused Trump and Epstein of sexually abusing her.
And this is what I'm saying. They need to bring that to the front of the public, and they need to put some trials on people. When it comes to kids, there's a lot of people that need to be sitting on trial. This is why politics is only good when it comes to lawmaking. When it comes to trying to, pass legislation. But when it get real, like where humans are being negatively affected, this is where we have to draw the line.
Absolutely. Like Bill Clinton. Come on, man. I know what Bill been up to. You know what I'm saying? They protecting the rich, man. So
the people can't let that happen.
Trump they protecting each other. And like that. Okay, so let me just say one thing, Tori. When has there ever been a time where you have not interviewed the victim of a crime?
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
You know what I'm saying? They have not interviewed any of these women. Come on, man, this is a farce. But that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Gary, because I think on that tip, I've said this. I deal with victims all the time, and they ready to tell everything. Let me tell you something. I get calls from people who feel like they've been victimized, and they are willing to spill the beans on everything. So if the media outlets, I'm talking about y'all favorite media outlets, Fox National News. I actually check out Fox 6 News, right here at home. I actually check out Fox 6 News right here at home. But I'm talking about on a national level. Fox News National, CNN, MSNBC, all of these. Where it's supposed to be a ton of victims here, but nobody's interviewing these victims. I agree. Where is the victims in this? So, hey, right now, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton had their depositions. You don't see a lot of people pointing out these depositions or talking about what happened with these depositions, but I want to see the whole unredacted deposition. I hate when they piece things out there to the public because they can, take whatever part of the deposition and use it for whatever they want to use it for. But my eyebrow did go up when Bill Clinton, nobody even asked him to even do that. He said that there was no follow-up question on a question about the president. Then he came out with that on his own. So he said that without being prompted. So I don't know why he did it, but that was interesting to me, why he would make those statements when he was not really asked to make that statement in particular. We got Ron on the line. So if you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. I think we got room for one more call. Let's get Ron on the line. How you doing, Ron?
Hey, Tori. Thanks for taking my call. This definitely, what you said earlier before the caller was absolutely on point. It don't matter if you are on the left or the right or blue or red. This thing with messing with children should be a universal. Hell no, we ain't gonna take it. And so I would definitely not want to be one of the thousands of people that was shifting through the emails and seeing pedophiles left and right up in there, the disgusting stuff that they read, the videos that they seen, and they're keeping this hidden. Boberg, all that. I mean, it don't matter who's in there.
Right.
Clinton, Donald Trump, like you said, man, get it exposed because these little girls that they raped when they were little, now they're women. And now you're trying to hide that. Why would you want to hide that? You don't need them type of people in society. You know what they do to them in prison anyway.
Right.
Period. Thanks for my call.
Hey, thank you for tapping in, Ron. This is why I say, if your gang affiliation, Donkey Elephant Gang, surpasses little kids being injured in a negative way, something might be wrong with you. You might be botted out to the point of no return. A no return, like Zudi. We cannot have this type of behavior out here without it being properly addressed. Or your children are going to be in jeopardy. And their children is going to continue to be in jeopardy of this type of behavior. It's sinister, it's diabolical, and the fact that these people were able to get away with it for so long and unaddressed is wild to me. And it's going to take the people to stop it. It's going to take the people to stop it. We got another caller, Andrew. Robert, how you doing, Robert?
I'm doing all right. I'm just passing through. I heard you on the phone, so I figured I'd give you a call. A little bit of information. All right. Now, as far as Bill Clinton, everybody knows about that. There's that Prince Andrew guy. There's several other people that they knew about. The victims can't talk because they got a non-disclosure. They got paid out.
Okay, so they got the money.
Yes. Well, at the beginning of all of this, go on.
Go right ahead.
All right. At the beginning of all of this, around 2000 or either in the late 90s or 2000, 2010, 12, somewhere around there, Trump and Epstein had a fallout. Apparently, Epstein tried his daughters. The victims, the lawyers, the victims of the lawyer's victims came to Trump. Trump was the only one of the few people who would actually sit down and talk about that.
They say Trump was the original person that blew the whistle on Epstein.
In Florida, when he got popped the first time.
CNN even put this out. CNN even had to put that out. So that is that have been circulating on the mainstream media, that story recently in the last couple months.
Right. Now, I don't know why Trump's holding on to that information, because that's hurting that man. He's holding on to that for, I don't know, I have no idea why. He should be releasing that. I mean, granted, it was 30 years ago, but still, you still should be releasing that just to tell on people. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But I don't understand any of that other stuff. And that porn star thing, that porn star had to pay Trump for lying.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna tell you this: they got him for an adult, but then if it's a child on the lines, why haven't they addressed the child? If that's the case, so that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is everybody that's in these situations, that's been hanging out with these people that's harming kids, Harvey Weinstein, all of the people that have been convicted, that's in these circles, and all of their buddies and things like that. I think that we need to ask them some tough questions. I believe that we need to be like TMZ, get up close on these people and ask them some real questions, because I don't see these people being bombarded with these questions in the mainstream. I don't. I think they need to come and try to, get some answers out here. Everybody need to be deposed on what they know or what possibly could have took place. That's how I feel about it. But look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we got some callers on the lines. I think we can take a couple more calls. We're going to take a couple more calls. If this is what Truth Nation want to discuss, we're going to, when we come back, we'll let y'all get into some of the pop culture report today. Just this time around, I see the calls coming in, 833-212-1017. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
The worst kind of whites, not that I'm picking on white folks, but you know how it goes, is the ones that think that they will lose something if this country becomes more fair and equal. I'm going to say that again. The worst kind of white people are the ones that think that if a black person gets a job and gets an opportunity, and they ignore how hard the black person had to work, and the racism, the bigotry, and the discrimination, and just how people turn their noses up at smart black people. They hate us. And the black person works really hard and overcomes maybe generational curses of poor health and poverty and all of those things. And we got to deal with the police and the criminal justice system that doesn't often have our backs. And then the black person gets a job, gets an opportunity, and a white person sees that and thinks that they lost. Those are the worst kind.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
This Sports Center update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Boston Celtics spoiled the return of Giannis Antetokounmpo with the Milwaukee Bucks losing 108-81 on Monday night. Antetokounmpo had 19 points with 11 rebounds in 25 minutes of action since getting injured in January. The Bucks are 8-7 during his absence. Milwaukee's lost their last 3 games, all by at least 23 points. Giannis on his minutes restriction.
Just gotta, trust the coach staff, trust the training staff, and slowly get back in the rhythm and get to where I want to be.
Next up for the Bucks, they host Atlanta on Wednesday night. Tomorrow, the Wisconsin Badgers play their final home game of the regular season as they invite Maryland to the Kohl Center. And the Horizon League tournament kicks off Wednesday as well with the number 8-seeded UWM Panthers taking on 3-seeded Detroit Mercy Titans at 6 p.m. You can hear that game right here on 1017 The Truth. This True Sports Update was brought to you by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
And I need all my people to listen. If you hear me, then go tell your brother. You gotta keep on praying for the streets.
He stood up for the people. 1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about these Epstein files, the deposition between that Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton had. We've been talking about just all of the people that are on the Epstein list. They need to be brought to the front. They need to talk about what happened. They need to really discuss and tell the community what they really know, because we know for sure that Epstein had a sick empire going on. And people are on these lists, whether how little or how much they were involved, they need to be questioned. I think that we need to be the TMZ. I think that we need to start running up on them with our cell phones and asking the hard questions. They owe us the answers, because basically a lot of these people are power players, whether in entertainment, whether in business. You know, I guess they saying that they rich enough to try to get around this. But these are our children. These are our children, first of all. This is why I don't do the political nonsense. Donkey, elephant gang, bang banging, and loyalty to... Once you start stepping into messing with innocent life, I'm out. I'm out. We got the caller on the lines. How you doing, caller?
Congratulations for being out on an individual who was sent by the deceased man, who I believe was murdered, that he was his best friend for 10 years. And for anybody to pretend that you did not know that this individual raped 1,000 girls, when there's a 13-year-old who says is accusing you of punching her in the head after you said that you'll touch women without their consent, that's America's shame that we'll have to live with forever.
And that 13-year-old girl needs to come out and talk to the media outlets and tell her story. Like, if that's the case, this is why I say...
She actually has.
Okay, good.
And
I ain't heard it.
To the point of the previous caller, out of the 1,000 victims, there have been 150 of them that have gotten money. And they're also said that on Epstein's estate that there's possibly bodies buried there, because usually when people are doing this kind of thing,
there's bodies in Mexico, in the Mexico property.
On one of Epstein's properties.
Yeah,
and so usually there is loss of life, and when you are willing to pardon the person who actually brought these girls, who was the contact person, you're willing to put her in a country club prison when no convicted pedophile has ever been put in that situation, and you're the president, you are the person who is of the highest level of responsibility for this tragedy.
I say this. I think that Prince Andrew, I think Prince Andrew and the ones that are getting arrested, I think that they are the ones that may make the dominoes fall. Now, I'll say this. Hold on. Like I said, you know, these are people the people that are actually got charges, and you know, all it takes is somebody that was over there to say what's going on. Eyewitness. Eyewitness is more powerful. Eyewitness is more powerful than third, party information. So if this is happening, and Prince Andrew has already been kind of taken into custody. All I'm saying is Bill Clinton has pictures inside a lot of these properties, and like I said, we got people that are alive that have been in these situations. And like I said, this is just the beginning with the start of these investigations, maybe depositions, maybe they can connect some dots here. But at the end of the day, whatever took place, it doesn't matter, because it's 300. I seen a list of 300 names.
And you know how and there's one name that has been in there 100,000 times, and we were foolish enough to
even if a person, all right,
who said he violates women.
Okay, listen, hold on.
And 19 women that accused him of sexual assault.
I'll say this. Like, when we talk about lead poisoning,
so congratulations.
Hold on. They said in lead poisoning, it doesn't even matter if you take a sip of lead poisoning; it's bad for you. So if a person name is in there, congratulations on you for going against everybody that's on the list.
I go against anybody. So what I'm saying, to me for years, you know, I'm about that.
Yeah. So
anybody
what I'm saying
who harms a child should go to jail.
This is where we can find common ground, because what we have to do as the people, we cannot tolerate this style of behavior on the community, period.
But when the Supreme Court is going to back this man, we are powerless in this country. You're talking about England with Prince Andrew. They're holding people accountable. America is not holding this man accountable for anything.
I don't think America is holding nobody accountable.
Children in Iran. Territory. He murdered 100 kids in Iran this weekend.
Well,
so we don't care about no kids.
They're saying that that a missile was sent out from Iran that hit the school. So it's a couple different reports on that.
If he didn't attack them, before he attacked them, nobody was dead.
Well,
and he had no reason to attack them.
If you listen to the top of the show, I said I talked to some people from Iran that's right here in Milwaukee, and they are happy that something is being done to the regime over there. So I'm not going to have an attitude unless somebody from Iran call me and say this is not good. You know, and that's my stance on that. But when the people I talk to personally, you know, they're optimistic. We got G on the lines. How you doing, G?
Good afternoon, Terry. Basically, I don't care if it's, like I said, we weren't there. I don't care if it's Clinton, Bill Gates. You know from your experience, from dealing with situations like this, you know, with helping people that's been abused and hurt. Right. You know that they are guilty. Trump is guilty too, Terry, because they don't redacted his name hundreds and hundreds of times in those files. And if we had a DOJ that wasn't under, you know, under his whim, they would depose Trump. They would bring charges to the people that were involved. And that's the only thing that sickens me. We're talking about young girls, and babies, being abused by grown men.
Well, I'll say this. Let's get if all we need is somebody who was there to eyewitness, and so. Where are the eyewitnesses? This didn't happen just a one-off or two people standing in a room. These got to bring it up. Hold on, look, when I see the list, hold on. Some people getting arrested now. So what I'm saying is, hold on, because
not in America. Not in America.
But what I'm saying is, all they got to do is, if they weren't, let's say Prince Andrew, he came to America. He was back and forth. So let's say he saw something. He don't want to go to jail for the rest of his life. That still is powerful as anything.
He did an interview and he denied everything. Why do you think he's being stripped of? He can't.
Let me tell you something. They put him in there. They put him in one of them cells with the rats and roaches.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Tori, can I make just one quick comment?
Go right ahead.
And this is about. And I know you have friends in Iran, and they have certain feelings about this. But my problem is this whole situation is being done illegally. And whatever happened to America first? Well, remember, he campaigned on that.
This was the same conversation they had when Obama struck Libya.
No, not. I'm talking about. Right now, we're talking about Trump.
All right, here we go. No, you want to talk about Trump? I'm talking about the whole concept. I'm talking about everything. Like, we not for to isolate. If it's been going on, it's been going on. We not
he campaigned on America first. America first, right?
Right.
But he gonna bring gas prices down.
What politician you know that have said what they was gonna say and didn't do something else? So, okay, what I'm saying is, if you're gonna call out one person, call out everybody. Don't overlook your favorite person and call out the person you don't like. See, that's why I don't like when people do that. Let's go in chronological order and try to make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. Let's go in chronological order and make it all make sense. Because when I brought up Obama in Libya, wait a minute. No, he did the same thing. But you like Obama, okay? They did all of this. You know, this is not nothing new. Trump is not different from any other politician when they gain that power. So let's throw it all out there so we can kind of cipher to make it make more sense. That's it. Let's get Pat on the lines. How you doing, Pat?
I was calling because I first want to say that I'm not loyal to any party. I'm loyal to God. Mm-hmm. Number one is first and foremost. I believe that all of the people, all of our politicians are in those files in one shape, form, or fashion. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why people are missing the fact that that these are politicians, these are judges, these are lawyers, these are the highest of the high that have done these crimes in the United States. So why would somebody feel comfortable enough to come and tell who did this to them? If the files ain't enough, these people were being interviewed by the FBI, the CIA,
Right.
all of that's in the files that they've been interviewed by them, and nothing happened. So who would feel comfortable telling that the president or the ex-president or Obama or anybody did something to them when nothing happened in the first place to protect them?
Well, it's
And secondly,
Allie Carter's out here. I just checked her page, and she's speaking out. She's probably one of the ones that are taking the risk, like you said, to try to get the truth out there. Allie Carter.
Yeah, and do you remember that lady that told on the royal person? She came up dead right after she sued them and got money. She was murdered. So I'm just saying, like, we can't expect these people to come and say, oh, a person that can start war all over the world, I'm going to tell that he raped me, because you're in danger if you tell something like that and nobody does anything to protect you. Who's going to protect these people if we all sitting up acting like it didn't happen? We all going to say, no, it was Trump, no, it was the Clintons, no, it was Democrats, no, it was the Republicans, when it was all of them. All of them are in those files, and nobody is answering to nothing. It goes as far as people eating children in those files. And some people find that hard to believe.
Yes.
But during slavery, black people was eaten. You understand what I'm saying? This is
Delectable
not hard to
Negro. It's a
believe.
book about it called
Right. This ain't
Delectable
hard to believe, y'all.
Negro.
This is not above our understanding. This is not below our understanding. This is actually happening in the United States of America. And to top it off, it is the highest of the high. It's not the person down the street that sex offended, and went to jail and now he's a sex offender. We're talking about the president of the United States. We're talking about ex-presidents. We're talking about judges. We're talking about everybody. Everybody's in danger, and everybody is acting like it's just that person in danger. We are all in danger if if pedophiles and murderers and people that do things to children are the head of our country. This is not just Democrat country. This is not Republican country. This is our country, the United States. Our children go to school here. Our children go walk to the bus stop here. They were taking children all over the place. It just wasn't white kids. It just wasn't black kids. All of us are in danger. So I find it so funny that everybody want to put it, it's the donkey gang, it's this gang. It's all of them. Thank you for taking my call.
Hey, I appreciate you for tapping in, Pat. Like I said, we're going to have these tough conversations, and at the end of the day, we gotta make sure that we're protecting the people, because if they're not being protected, we're not being protected. If those kids are not being protected, we're not protected, and our children are not protected. And if they're using their power to deal with us in a negative way and our families, we got to take a stand. This is our constitutional right. Understand what I'm saying? Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Milwaukee business owners, this is your moment. Every Friday at 8 a.m., call in to 101.7 The Truth for What the Business Is. Tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the Business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth.
This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update on the new 101.7 The Truth.
The City Conference Boys Championship game did not disappoint last weekend. In the Gold Division title game, the two-time defending conference champs, the Milwaukee Juneau Pioneers, went toe-to-toe with the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats. This game was a back-and-forth battle, but the Pioneers made the plays down the stretch to pull out a 76-72 win behind a great performance of Gonzaga recruit and junior player Dooney Johnson, who dropped 28 points in the victory. And in the Blue Division, the Golden Meyer Owls did what they have done all year long in conference play, is just win, as they defeated the Audubon Cardinals 87-79 behind a strong performance from their senior guard Caleb Colbert, clinching the Blue Division crown. And lastly, in the White Division, the Bayview Redcats left no doubt cruising past the Vincent Vikings 90-64 to win the White Division Conference Tournament.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Grunberg Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Grunberg Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Block tired of seeing the news, another kin of the kid shot. I'm gonna make a change for the better. The revolution now is the time we get it together. I made peace with self, now I'm healed and ready. Illuminating from within, I'm prepared and ready. Got my bootstrap locked and loaded, ready for war. About to take back the corners in the grocery store. Trying to say today I got the cap with a hole in it. Straight out the project, so you know I'm a menace. About to hit the block hard, non-stop till we finish.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I guess we'll get a little bit of the pop culture report in, Andrew. We got to do a little bit of the pop culture report. Salute to everybody that tapped into the show, that called in with their concerns with the discussion we were having over the Epstein files. Giannis made his return.
Yes, he did, Tori.
Giannis made his return.
Kind of anticlimactic.
19 points.
19 points in a bad loss for the Bucks. 108-81 to the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have turned into the team of destiny, it feels like, this year. No Jason Tatum, and they're still playing like one of the best teams. It was tough. It was not a good game last night, Tori.
Well, I said this before this even happened. I said, we got some young cats out there balling out. Went 8-2. They kind of lost 3 in a row. But they were able to kind of experiment. It wasn't no real blueprint on how to play the Bucks. But once you stick Giannis into the mix, it's a blueprint.
It's not even a blueprint. It's like a whole house plan.
Right. They know how to deal with Giannis. And I think adding Giannis to the mix, top 5 player in the NBA, the players get confused on, when they should pick and choose their shots, because you got to feed the monk. You got to feed Giannis. You got to feed the Greek freak. And when he's on the court, he dominates the ball. So how do they be able to play wild and free with Giannis on the court?
Well, I think Giannis should take some advice that you and I have taken.
Right.
Put the fork down. You don't need to eat that much because it threw off the entire chemistry. Tori, we had teammates that were at the game last night. Across the board, they said it was one of the worst showings they've ever seen in Pfizer Forum. Like, you know how many games some of these guys have seen that they were like, last night Sam Hauser made us look bad? Like, that's a problem. That's really bad.
And many times when you're trying to, I think when the Bucks went on that 8-2 run, they kind of was trying to find their identity without Giannis. So when the coaches came in to play the Bucks, or when the Bucks got on the board, no Giannis, we just finna play. We don't have a game plan. We don't really know what's going to happen. But I think that when you add Giannis to the mix, these young players have to take the second fiddle, and which means they're not trying to ball out, like attack, being in full attack mode with the green light, because Giannis has the green light.
Yeah, Ryan Rollins looked completely disinterested in the game. Cam Thomas, going all the way back to the Chicago blowout loss, that was embarrassing. He hasn't looked super engaged defensively. It looks like he's a traffic cone out there sometimes. So it's just like, yeah, man, they need to figure this out. If they want to make the playoffs, which a lot of us thought, like, hey, play-in team potential, maybe they can get in the playoffs. If they want to do that, they got to figure it out.
Look, when Giannis is not on the court, then they get excited because the buckets are open for everybody.
My time to shine.
Yeah, okay, we finna get it. You know, they coming in with supreme confidence. We finna play my game. You can't play your game when Giannis on the court. Now you got to feed Giannis. You know, now when he's off the court, now if they can, you know, when he's, you know, takes a seat, now you can try to get in the rhythm. But if you don't come in the game with that mind state, it's hard to work your way up to having that supreme confidence when Giannis is on the court. You got to take the back seat.
You know what good teams don't deal with? This problem. You know what good teams have, Tori? Good coaches.
Right.
How's Doc letting this
that's
happen?
what I'm saying. This is a psychological thing that you got to manage because you know that these young people got the talent. You know these young people can play. So why are they scoring less when Giannis is in the game?
81 points, Tori.
All I'm saying is that's psychological.
There's college teams that put up more points than that.
I looked at the the scores from the 8-2 run, and some of the players that played well during the 8-2 run didn't even hardly score last night.
No. And you know what? The only silver lining, Kyle Kuzma did not play. DNP.
You know, I don't even think about Kyle Kuzma. I don't even know why he ain't got waived yet. I don't know. It's just a non-factor. Kyle Kuzma, no matter if it's Giannis on the court or not, he's a non-factor. You would think that when Giannis was away, his name would be ringing bells. Like I'm the man for the show. No, he's not even in the conversation, even with Giannis ain't on the court.
I don't even know what the opposite of a bell is, but that's Kyle Kuzma.
Here we go. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to have more conversations. Stay locked in.
Ben Bruss here from ESPN Milwaukee, and I just want to officially declare I will be dominating Bowling for Babies.
Ben, it's charity bowling. You don't get a championship ring.
There are lanes, there are competitors, and there's going to be greatness.
Okay, but more importantly, WTMJ Cares Bowling for Babies is going to benefit the Milwaukee Diaper Mission.
So while I'm throwing strikes,
you're helping local families get essential baby supplies.
But we are also competing for 4 tickets to a Green Bay game and a VIP tailgating experience.
Sign up today at WTMJ.com/cares.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
A message from Tia Mowry, actress and Fair Celebrity Ambassador.
Game day isn't staged, it's lived. It's the shopping, the cooking, the laughter. For families managing food allergy, that same spirit of preparation means everything. Because food allergy isn't a lifestyle. It's a serious, life-threatening disease that can change everything in a moment. But being ready changes the story. It's knowing the signs, having a plan, and carrying epinephrine everywhere life takes you. Epinephrine is the only treatment that can stop a severe food allergy reaction known as anaphylaxis. It works quickly to reverse the symptoms and can save lives. As families and friends gather for the big game, we see what community looks like. It's one built on awareness, care, and love in action. Because readiness doesn't take away the risk. It brings back the joy. When you're ready to act, you're ready to live.
Visit foodallergy.org/ready to act to learn more.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
When
Murphy boy, go crazy.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Low Show. And the line's been open. I guess we opened the lines early today. Salute to those that wanted to add to the conversation. Is always welcome. But I want to ask this question to Truth Nation. Now I posted this on my Facebook, Tory Low King on Facebook, and I got some interesting responses. But I want to bring this to Truth Nation. Now when we talking about these Epstein files, and everybody need to be held accountable. We've been saying this. And salute to everybody that's saying everybody that's dealing with people in a negative way, harming innocent life, need to be called to the carpet. Whether they donkey gang, elephant gang, entertainers, CEOs, whoever. Now that's the mind frame that we got to have, and that we should have. You know, a lot of y'all still want to play politics with this, which is meaning that you still a bot. You being a bot is more stronger than fighting against innocent life. See, I deal with fighting against innocent life every day, so I don't have that issue. That ain't never been my problem. I ain't never had a problem with it. So whatever, it is what it is. Sometimes, you got to accept some of y'all just going to be bots for the rest of y'all life. But I do got a question for a person that I feel that he's on this list. And his wife spoke out against a lot of the things that he was doing with Epstein. But yet he comes out with these pandemic warnings. Bill Gates. Now I'm not singling Bill Gates out, but he the one saying that everybody needs to take a shot. He the one that's really coming forward and trying to control ideas for me and my family personally when it comes to injections. And I don't like that. I don't like that he is in a space where even his wife saying we may need to ask him some questions. We played some audio about his wife, and she said some things is for him to explain. Now, a lot of people thought it was about the women in Moscow that he got the STD from. Well, that would be a personal thing that he would have to explain to his wife. For having having sex while in a marriage, that's something personal that we don't need to hear that excuse. But when she said there's things that he need to explain, what is that? Because we don't need an explanation why you went out and got an STD by women in Russia. So what was she talking about? Well, my question was, why is Bill Gates the one announcing global pandemics? He in the Epstein files, all in the Epstein files. What's really going on? Let's talk about it. I think that many times when we talk about things in society and you talk about just things that affect family, like he's talking about things that affect our regular lives and that tomorrow it can affect us where we having shutdowns and things like that. Like I don't think that he should be in that position of influence. I don't. But if you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. why are we still allowing people to have influence on the culture in this way that affects our daily lives without them having to explain their dealings with possibly handling youth or innocent lives in a negative way? They shouldn't even be making appearances on television unless they're talking about some of these issues, these tough issues that we're talking about right now as far as children. That's all I'm saying. We need our own TMZ. Everybody with a cell phone, when you see these people, y'all need to get in their face and ask them the tough questions. Were you involved in mishandling innocent children? And they may go, and of course they're going to say no. Of course they're going to be like, I ain't have nothing to do with it. You know, you got a right to remain silent. You got a right to shut up. But at the same time, we as a people, we are still, now, whether you believe if they had anything to do with it or not, I don't believe they should be in a position of being able to kind of influence society. Especially somebody that made computers. I don't know. But are you still allowing for people that harm innocent life to bring influence or try to create an influence on your life? It happens all the time with these influencers, I'm trying to tell you. Some of these influencers, they just trying to get money off social media. They saying things, you know, that they don't even believe in because they know that the bots will click on it and they can get a check. And we living in the era of influence. You know, everybody need a little motivation. Everybody need a little pick-me-up. But have we as a people got too caught up in the influence that the common sense is gone? That is no common sense. Like, think about it. And I talk to people all the time, and they be botted out. They be botted out. And that's why I say, when I call people bots, you can stop being a bot. All you got to do is regroup, rethink, and reshape yourself. But many times people will go down with the ship. Whether it's Democrat, Republican, whether it's a celebrity that they like, whether it's some nonsense that they like, they gonna go down with the ship regardless. Their loyalty is to a fault. And I say that many times people think that they doing something righteous because they, even with the church, the pastor, my pastor, you know what I mean? My pastor can't do nothing wrong. They just bought it out. They got psychologically, they done been compromised. And so we got to start understanding that when the people, only these things happen. These things only happen when the people don't take the power. When we give our power away, we get played with. All power to the people. We the people. Community. When you give your power up to agencies and ideas that don't benefit you, this is when you start seeing the Epstein list. This is when you start seeing people like Bill Gates that can influence everybody because y'all respect money and power over the power of the people. And that's a problem because we suffer in the end. We lose in the end. No matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, no matter what race you are, if you think money and power has the advantage, we all lose as a people. And this Epstein list, all this stuff with these kids, everybody that's involved should be called to the carpet. That's all I'm saying. Can't believe in nothing above common sense. That's why God gave you common sense. That's why when you lose your common sense, you become a victim. Because they think you dumb anyway. You know, I was trying to tell somebody, some people know that you don't know what you're doing because you came to them to figure it out. Because they don't know, and you believe that they know, but they know they don't know, but they're going to bump your head and mislead you because you don't understand who to really talk to get the job done. So they figure since you came to them, you know what, I'm going to help you. Now, they finna lead you down and take you, what they say, what the young people say, now they finna take you through there. Because they don't really know what to do. That's why I don't call nobody. Like, when we out here in the streets, people are like, did you call such and such? I'll be like, why? They don't do that. Did you call this elected official? Why? They don't do that. People don't know. I'd rather call one of the brothers and sisters on the front lines who spend hours trying to figure that out than to call somebody that don't even pick up the phone for the residents and they in a position and they get paid with tax people's dollars. That's all I'm saying. Like, y'all don't know. They know you don't know where to go or how to handle it if you coming to them for it. Some of these pastors, they said God called them to do the church, and then all of a sudden they got all this mischief going on. Why? Because you thought that you believe the part that God called them, but you don't see that their true intent was to enrich themselves, and so you believing in the God part, but on the underside, they taking you to the bank. We got to start believing in us. We got to start putting that power back into the people, or if we keep going like this, I'm afraid to see what the community gonna look like in 5 years. Handing over our power to people that don't even know what to do or misuse the power or mislead the people. If we keep doing that, I'm trying to tell you, I try to keep a positive spin on everything because I know we got to get out here and get the work done. But the leadership, if we continue to keep the leadership that's not actually putting the results into the neighborhoods, I'm afraid to see what it looks like in 5 years. Even though I believe that people are going to rise up, even though I believe that we got to get active, even though I believe that everybody do a little, ain't nobody got to do a lot, I see what's really happening. And until we change our minds and start going different directions to get a better outcome, I kind of see 5 years from now going this way, hey, it's going to be terrible, horrible. They walking into the emergency room shooting folks. They walking into the emergency room. Say, what they say, Mount Sinai. Walked into you would think you was safe in the hospital. They went into Mount Sinai shooting. Ain't no rules to the game. You ain't even safe in the emergency room. It's time, Truth Nation. It's time to stop all of this, bite it out. We got to go against them bots. Y'all thought it was going to happen like iRobot. But you could have a bot sitting right next to you. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have some more conversation, Truth Nation. We're going to get into some stories. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
I got money now. Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tori Lowe Show. We got to head over to McGuanago, Wisconsin. They said that a parent brought a firearm onto the school bus, dealing with a potential bullying situation. The parent came on the bus, I guess with the pistol. We got the story. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching this. We broadcast on YouTube, 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Let's listen.
To our newsroom, an update from the McGuanago School District, who says last Thursday, a parent boarded a school bus with a firearm in a lockbox and rode the bus route with that firearm. The school district says that the parent boarded the bus due to a, quote, personal safety concern, and they did mention that this weapon never was removed from that lockbox, but of course, now they're going over protocols when it comes to the bus company, safety concerns, especially with non-staff riding the school bus. So this all happened last Thursday. We know the parent was from Section Elementary in the McGuanago area school district, and they came onto the school bus with a firearm securely in a lockbox, but rode that bus route. It's not clear how long that parent was on the bus and what that personal safety concern was, but of course we will dig into that to bring you answers in terms of how this happened.
All right, now I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't hear no charges was brought. I guess you can ride on a school bus with a locked weapon in a lockbox, long as it's in the lockbox. Because I didn't hear any charges with this situation. I just heard that the parent rode the bus with this gun that was in the lockbox, rode the whole route. What's going on?
Tori, if my kid was on a school bus, I don't care who the parent is, I don't care where the lockbox is, I'm upset.
I mean, what was the situation? Was it bullying going on? Was it something going on with his kid? Does he have a kid that go to the school? That report right there was very vague. I need to know more details. They saying that they're reviewing policy, bus driver policy, what the bus could have done, but the bus driver could have done. But what I'm saying is, where is their charges for this? So if he had the weapon locked up, you can get on. Can I walk into anywhere as long as I got my pistol locked up, locked away?
Shouldn't the policy just be don't have parents on school buses?
I thought it was no guns.
Yeah,
I thought
too.
that no guns was allowed. No matter how you brought the gun, right?
What if I had it in Tupperware? Can I do it then?
Long as it's locked up.
What are we doing?
Take the clip out. Take the one out the chamber. You could have it in the Tupperware.
That makes me nervous.
Mo the Elephant says, sound about white. I can't even be in my children's class without me having to tell everyone in the school. Yeah, like you got to, everybody, when I don't think a black person could have got away with this. I don't. Nobody that looked like me could have got away with nothing like this. But what I'm saying is they never gave the reason that the parent got on the bus. I would assume, when I hear this story, that something went on. Well, this is just my opinion at this point. I don't know. I didn't see the details. But I would assume he got on the bus upset about something with his child. You know what I mean? So it seems like this was an intimidation situation where he was trying to intimidate somebody. And he probably did his homework. He probably was like, okay, if I get on the bus with this gun broken down in this safety box, I won't get charged. Because I don't hear charges.
But are you trying to intimidate a child at that point with a gun?
That's why I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so let's say the scenario was bullying.
Right.
And his child was getting beat up. He called. He probably had a few conferences and nothing happened. Well, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. Because, as a protector, as a parent, a lot of parents get up there and they go show out. I done seen some parents get on the bus and tried to beat the student up that was having a conflict with their child. I don't know. This is allegedly. I don't know if this is the same situation because they didn't give a lot of detail. But what I'm saying is for him to bring the pistol on the bus in a lockbox, that's a bit too extreme for kids. For kids. I mean, just his presence alone on the bus, riding the bus with his child, should have done something to show that the child had support, if that was the case. So I think we need to hear a little bit more about what took place with this. I think that they should have been more, probably why the parent was on the bus. That would have made a little bit more sense. But I don't think in no circumstances should you threaten to shoot a child psychologically, even if it was a psychological move. But and I'm not for this. I'm not for nobody involving guns when it comes to kids, especially an adult. But I deal with bullying in schools, and I had a whole show on this saying, why haven't they gotten a bully? Not to say that this is the case. I don't know if this is the case or not. So don't associate what I'm saying with that because I don't know. But I would say this. I don't understand why they haven't gotten bullying under control after all these years. A system in place to be swift and deal with a bully effectively at this point. After all these years.
We've been doing it like 100 years.
I'm just saying. That conversation been going on since I was a kid. That's all I'm saying. Like, why haven't there been something to, how come we haven't gotten rid of the whole bullying concept at this point? All these professionals, all these teachers, all these minds, all these educators, and bullying is still a problem. That's all I'm saying. Reginald in the chat says, school is starting to sound like a dangerous place to be or travel to. All I'm saying is, if he was on there trying to defend his child, let's say that, because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because I'm finna ride a bus today with my gun in the lockbox. Like, no, there's something going on.
Well, I'm just thinking about the parent of the kid who's like 2 seats behind this, right? Like, do I now need to ride the bus so that my kid feels safe if another parent shows up?
With your lockbox.
Exactly.
Hey, unless your kid the bully, I don't know.
I'm just saying, like a third.
What if you got the kid that's going and bullying kids at school and this happened? What should you educate your child?
Yeah,
because it could have ended up nasty. I don't know. Hey, look, I'll say this: I couldn't have got away with it. I'd have been thrown down with a knee in the back of my neck if I had a did this. If I got on the school bus with a locked gun case, where even the gun was locked up, clip out, nothing in the chamber, all they would have seen was black men with a gun. As soon as the police would have showed up, and then the fact that he was able to ride the whole route like this, I would have been at 2 stops. The cops would have met me at 2. I'd have hit 2 stops, and the cops would have been there. He rode the whole route. So this sound about white though. You know what I mean? Also, I want to go to Muskego. We was in McGuanago. Now I want to head over to Muskego, where Taco Bell employee shooting. Taco Bell employee shooting at Muskego location at the Taco Bell. Y'all thought that they was, crashing out on the north side. They crashing out in Muskego at the Taco Bell. We got video on this if you're watching this. We broadcast live. Let's listen.
Started as a fight between customers and employees inside this Taco Bell and ended with one of those employees shooting right out here outside the restaurant. Monday around lunchtime.
There's currently a physical fight going on at Taco Bell between 2 customers trying to get into the kitchen area.
Muskego police say 2 customers and a couple Taco Bell employees get physical inside the fast food joint.
All I hear is screaming.
They take the fight outside. Then police say an employee pulls a gun.
Wearing a dark Taco Bell shirt and was shooting.
Yellow evidence markers show what's likely shell casings by the drive-thru.
He did shoot 2 to 3 rounds.
Police say the customers in the fight got away, but the officers searched for and eventually arrested the employee who police say fired the gun. Kids and employees inside a daycare next door to the Taco Bell went into lockdown. Muskego PD says fortunately no one was shot, but medics did take 1 person to the hospital for injuries from the fight.
All right, so you at Taco Bell, you're an employee. Somebody get disgruntled, and then you come out here with the pistol, like at work. You got to defend yourself. Hey, it's a couple stories that people fighting over in the fast food section, whether it's Uber Eats with the 10-piece wing. She went and tore up the driver's car, tracked her down, tore up the car. Then you got this situation the other day where possibly killed her, somebody she knew, a woman killed somebody she knew over a chicken order. Now we got folks shooting at it. I'm trying to tell you, it might be something in the food.
The Crunchwrap's not that serious, bro.
Hey, it might be something in the food, some chemicals that making people break bad right now. We got to when I say keep your head on the swivel, it's a lot going on. And it's happening. Y'all thought it was only happening, on the north side. It's happening in Muskego. It's supposed to be a community that's supposed to be better ran. I'm trying to tell you. We may have to examine some of the chemicals in the chalupa or something. Like, I don't know. It ain't even that serious. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours.
At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work, the groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
This Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Boston Celtics spoiled the return of Giannis Antetokounmpo with the Milwaukee Bucks losing 108-81 on Monday night. Antetokounmpo had 19 points with 11 rebounds in 25 minutes of action since getting injured in January. The Bucks are 8-7 during his absence. Milwaukee's lost their last 3 games, all by at least 23 points. Giannis on his minutes restriction.
Just gotta, trust the coach staff, trust the training staff, and slowly get back in the rhythm and get to where I want to be.
Next up for the Bucks, they host Atlanta on Wednesday night. Tomorrow, the Wisconsin Badgers play their final home game of the regular season as they invite Maryland to the Kohl Center. And the Horizon League tournament kicks off Wednesday as well with the number 8-seeded UWM Panthers taking on 3-seeded Detroit Mercy Titans at 6 p.m. You can hear that game right here on 101.7 The Truth. This True Sports Update was brought to you by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel.
This is the Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tori Lowe, I need your help. Tori Lowe, I'm calling you. Tori Lowe, I need your help. Tori Lowe, I'm calling you. The other side. The other side.
101.7 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show. They going crazy in the chat with this Taco Bell shooting. And Muskego, they saying, hey, Clone Tyrone warned us. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real says the Clone Tyrone warned us about the food. Now, food addiction is an addiction. Now, I don't know what argument you're going to have at Taco Bell that's going to escalate to somebody pulling out the pew-pew. But it seemed like these last couple situations, 3 or 4 or 5 situations when it came to the fast food joint, that people is serious about their food. I saw a video on social media where 2 girls tore up a drive-thru because they got the wrong order and started, trying to fight the person at the drive-thru. Is it that serious when it comes to this food? People, so emotionally impulsive, and maybe, I would have to question, is food addiction as bad as drug addiction?
If you're pulling a gun out, yes.
No, I think the employee probably was fighting for his life. What employee at a restaurant going to pull out the pew-pew? He's serving the food, but if he's shooting at the customers, what happened?
Taco Bell.
And I done seen people tear up restaurants over food orders on video, on social media. Like, somebody was filming it. Even I was standing at a Popeyes one time, and I recorded a fight at Popeyes that happened right in front of me. What's going on?
It's never that serious.
Is it that serious?
Never that serious.
Y'all out here fighting over chicken? Y'all out here fighting over tacos? I don't know. It's getting dangerous. But on a good note, on a good note, we got something that happened where a Milwaukee man wins $10,000 as the first ever Uno Elite champion. $10,000. That's powerful. Uno, for playing Uno. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got video on this. $10,000 playing Uno Elite. Let's listen.
Ian Thompson, the first ever Uno Elite champion. Before we get into the title, we need a lesson in what makes this version of Uno different.
You basically are your own GM for your own team. You have an ability to bring players off of your bench and then play them, and that's where you have your action card. It's a little bit more elite and advanced.
His love for the game runs deep. Ian has Uno-themed shoes, part of the Giannis collection. The shoes, the skill, and strategy may have been what helped him win the $10,000 grand prize.
My strategy was to actually swap hands with people within the last 20 seconds. The person that had the least amount of cards, they were timed rounds. So that person unfortunately ended up with a handful of cards, but that was my strategy to pull off the victory. All right.
Oh, wow. Now, y'all playing Uno. Now, this is a positive thing for those Uno players. Now, I think it's some twist to Uno Elite that you have to kind of get accustomed to. But if you understand strategy and you like playing Uno, this might be a chance to get that $10,000. And it was a Milwaukee man, so we got to bring him on the show. Andrew, let's get him on the show. Maybe he didn't win all Hollywood, not even got the money. I mean, it's only 10, so we might could get him on here because he had the shoes on, the Uno Elite shoes, the Giannis's, and he had his whole thing together. See, when you can find positive outlets to do, not to get in trouble, you might end up winning some money, $10,000 for a game of Uno. And I think I know how to play Uno. But am I Uno Elite? Hey, I got to figure out the rules. I might have to go and try to get involved in that.
I know people who put a little bit of money on Uno games, Story, not 10,000.
So you know people that won some money from Uno?
Yeah, but they're mostly in card rooms.
Okay, well this looked like it went. Deals. This went all the way up to Vegas. When they was holding did this happen in Vegas? Yeah.
You know how upset we were talking about with people with fast food? People get upset about cards, Story.
Yeah, they do. But I ain't seeing a lot. Well, it is some people that's gambling that some scuffles break out due to gambling. But I can understand if they feel like you was cheating or they, That's why I said if you win a bunch of money and you gambling, leave. Get out of there quick. Don't sit around trying to brag and talk and try to explain how you won it. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to run. Kenny Rogers was trying to tell you how to deal with that. Understand what I'm saying? You gotta count your money while you're sitting at the table.
You ever seen a fight over a card game?
Come on now, I over gambling. I done seen people gamble and had plenty fights. If it was some money on the line.
When I was in college, Tori, there was some money on an Uno game. I wasn't the one throwing fists, but people were very upset.
Wait a minute, you was throwing fists?
I wasn't.
Oh,
but the card table did get flipped over.
Okay, so then the fight broke out.
Yeah.
Was there some money on the line?
There was a little money on the line.
Okay, so yeah, I can see people getting upset with that. But once again, salute to the Milwaukee man winning $10,000 as the first ever Uno Elite champion. Now you got bragging rights. He might get, he might come through. I want him to come through. If he live here in Milwaukee, we gonna get him on this show. We definitely gonna get him on the show. Also, I want to head over to Minnesota where there was a man that was killed during a robbery because he wouldn't give up his Louis Vuitton bag. He got shot over the Louis Vuitton bag, and they tried to mastermind the robbery to take his over a Louis Vuitton bag. You threw your life away over this. This is where I say we have to make sure that we regroup, rethink, and reshape because people are scheming and throwing their whole life away over food, materialistic items, over relationships, some people crashing out because they can't let go of relationships. Hey, we need our therapists. We need the therapists and the counselors. We need mental health conversations. We need all of these things to take place because sometimes when you get in a situation where you feel like you want to crash out, what they say count to 10 to see. Like, we got to go back to the basic strategies of calming ourselves down. They used to tell me when I got mad, count to 10 and breathe. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to get to the story out of Minnesota where a robbery went left over a Louis Vuitton bag. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this is one of my favorite radio shows. I'm 24, so like I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation. We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Gruber Law Offices, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Call us today if you've been injured. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Now the party has begun. Get your hat, put on your shoes. Tory Lowe is coming through. Tory Lowe, get on the floor.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, I ain't gonna say much until I get to full school, but I just got a call from a mother that said that her son is running away, but it's a former teacher involved. And she done got the phone with the information on there and everything, and she done reported it to the police. and the school district. So I guess when I get off the air, I got to unpack whatever this was. See what I'm trying to tell you? This is why I say it's a lot going on out here. My phone, even while I'm on the air, if people hurting and they got a problem, they know I'm on the air, but they got to tell it. They got to call and tell me. So I guess we'll have this story, or maybe the mom may come on here soon and talk about it. But she done already went to the police department. She done already told the school about it. And she got the evidence because she got one of the phones that her son had with the teacher in it. And she's frustrated because she needs something done. So here we go. And this just happened while we was on break. How long is the break?
3 minutes, Tori.
3 minutes. So I'm trying to tell you my day. That's why I don't. When people call and be talking out the side of their face, that's why I don't. And I don't even get engaged in that. God bless. God bless you. At the end of the day, it's so much going on in our communities, and it's so random. And many times I have to really get in there, and these people already didn't talk to the powers that be, the people that they're supposed to call, and they didn't get any results. So here we go with this situation that I just got on top of the situation I was dealing with before I even came into the studio. Okay, so it's nonstop. That's why I say, people, honestly, this is a vacation. When I'm on the air, on the radio, these 3 hours we talking and trying to get these conversations in, this is my vacation from the day. So I'm gonna try to unpack this. I don't want to even play y'all any of the voice messages that she have left me at all. Like, I'm gonna try to get to the grassroots of it, then I'll bring it to y'all. But I do want to get into this conversation about this situation in Minnesota over this Louis Vuitton bag, over the materialistic items, people losing their lives over materialism, chicken sandwiches. I don't know. Just wild to me. This is why I say you got to kind of calm down. You got to calm down out here because you don't know how far people are really trying to take things, and it could be something so petty, so small. But to this other person, it may be a huge deal. We got video on this situation that took place in Minnesota. If you're watching as we broadcast live, let's listen.
Recharges after a deadly shooting at a Minneapolis apartment. Police say Abdirahman Kyra shot and killed a man last Tuesday at the Abbott Apartments on East 18th Street. Officers say the victim and a friend went there to meet Kyra. They say they were in a lounge when Kyra left and then returned with 3 armed men and tried to rob them. Police say Kyra and the victim fought over a designer bag before the victim was shot. Kyra was on conditional release for carjacking charges at that time.
Today, Minnesota Wild, St. Paul.
Wow. He had already was into something with the carjacking. You could tell he was already on a downhill spiral. He was already in trouble for some stuff. Right. Hey, so I don't know, Andrew. Like, okay, this is why I don't go out with nothing fancy. Because you make yourself a target. I'll tell people, I don't know why you trying to floss on people that's going to take your life. Like, I think that people be like out here flossing. Yeah, I'm finna stun on everybody today. I'm finna get out here. You may not make it back to the crib. I'm finna drive around here with this ring on. Look, I went and bought this ring. Okay, like I'm finna stun. I'm finna get out here and show these people what I got. Okay. I'm finna get on the internet and show these people I got money. Okay. You might be putting your life in jeopardy. Somebody might be looking at that like, okay, I know where to go because I ain't got nothing, and I want that. And now you got enemies you can't even see. You got people that's plotting on you that you don't even know because you went and bought something to stun on somebody. Or look, I got this $5,000 bag or $10,000 Louis Vuitton suitcase, and you don't know that somebody plotting on your life over this stuff. That's wild. You got enemies you don't even know about because you bought something that is perceived to be valuable to the public or to people that's materialistic. Or you driving around in a car or put some rims on something that people perceive to be valuable, and it may put your life in jeopardy. Why would you want to live like that? That's why I say I ain't saying don't get nice things. All I'm saying is you got to pick and choose when you step out and how you do it. You got to be strategic. Jeff says everything you have is not to show some people are jealous and envy. Right. Yeah, all right. I'll say this. When I'm out on the block, I don't even get involved in none of that. Sometimes I look like I'll sleep next to a homeless person sometimes when I'm out in the community. I don't want to get on nobody's radar. I don't want to show you that I got this and that. I don't want to show none of that. I'm just here to solve some problems and get home, or solve some problems and get back to what I was doing, or solve some problems and get back to my career that I have. Solve the issue, get back to my life, get back to my kids. I ain't got time. Some people wake up every day, when I buy this, everybody going to be looking. Okay, well, some of them eyes that's looking, they might be plotting on you. Matter of fact, really rich people don't even look like that, tell you the truth. Really, I've been around people that got a lot of money and they don't even got none of that stuff. Matter of fact, some of y'all can't even tell the really rich people from the people that's trying to look rich. I'll say some people look like they ain't got no money and got a lot of money, and some people look like they got $1 million and ain't got a dime in their pocket. Y'all looking at the people that ain't got a dime in their pocket, and the people that look like they ain't got nothing standing right behind you in line, and you don't even know. You was standing around like people that's worth millions of dollars, and they got regular stuff on, and you can't even tell. But you looking at the person with the Jordans on, with the chain on, with all they got, with everything they own, they wearing everything they own that day. You know, they may got a couple more items that look like that, but that's all they got. And you looking at them like, they got it going on. No, in the real world, trust me, I be in meetings with people worth millions of dollars, and they got regular clothes on from Kohl's. Like, they done went to the clothes clearance aisle and got their stuff.
I was thinking about Steve Jobs' story.
Right.
The black sweater, the jeans, you know?
Yeah.
That was worth like $1 billion.
All I'm saying is, you look at you just made yourself a target trying to look like you something, trying to look like, because I think in our community, materialism equates to status. But in the real world, they trying to sell you that because you think like that. Like the rich people trying to sell you that because you think that's status. But they don't even wear it. That's a whole nother conversation. I ain't even trying to get into it. This ain't where I'm trying. This ain't what they say. This ain't the direction I'm trying to go. The Spirit trying to lead me to the direction. I'm not trying to go that way. But you know how the pastor used to say, I had a whole message for you today, but the Spirit led me down this way. The Spirit took me over here because y'all need to hear that. knowing that he was going to talk about it anyway. Sir Chun says, remember Frank Lopez warned Tony that the ones that want all the flash are the ones who usually won't last one way or another. Kawanda said, take us through there, Tori. No, it's stupid. Like, when you go around to different cultures and races and things like that, only in the black community where your status is where people want to wear their status. Because they got $100 pair of shoes or $5,000 purse, or they done paid $300. And then, you don't even own your house. It's so many things that you can say. But all I'm saying is real wealth is in stocks, bonds, assets. If you can see your wealth, you ain't got wealth. The real wealth is in ownership, property, intellectual property, licensing, things like that. If you got your wealth on you, you're not rich. It's no way. You know what I mean? But they'll try to trick you because the people that's getting rich need you to feel that way so you can keep them rich and keep wearing keep wearing that stuff. Put the value on it where Remember when they had the tariffs and the Chinese people was exposing that all of that stuff, that high brand merchandise, the purses and everything, they was only making them for $20, $40, and you was buying it for $5,000? Like they was mad at Trump for the tariffs. So it was a bunch of commercials saying, y'all buying all this stuff, y'all can just come and buy it from us for $50. But I guess if you get it from the people that's sending it to Louis Vuitton, it's a knockoff. I guess they gotta buy it for $50 and sell it to you for $5,000 for it to be real. You can't just go to them and wait 3 months to get it. Sometimes when you get it from China, you gotta wait 2 months, 4 weeks to 2 months to get it. But hey, you paid the same price as Louis Vuitton. Well, they don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Hey, look, when we come back, hey, knowledge is power. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part. There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in. What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here. 1017 The Truth. Hey, look, I want to start this third hour. I want to head down to the Common Council right here in Milwaukee. You know all the controversy that took place between the Alder people over this Ice Out Milwaukee situation. Hey, well, I guess they finally bringing it up for vote. The Milwaukee Common Council is set to vote on the Ice Out Milwaukee. I want to talk about this. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, hit that like and subscribe button. We got some video on what they're doing with this after the controversy between the alderman and the alderwoman, black and brown. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
In particular, some of these proposals would essentially tweak some of the language in Milwaukee Police's standard operating procedures, or SOPs, when it concerns ICE activity in the city. Just to break it down, the first among these proposals is a tweak to one of MPD's current policies that would make it clear that it requires MPD officers to intervene when another officer's, quote, regardless of agency, uses excessive force. It would also require MPD to investigate and report, quote, non-compliant uses of force. Also on the agenda is an item that would call on officers to protect residents' freedom of speech and assembly and to intervene if any other law enforcement agency attempts to abridge those rights. Monday afternoon, the Milwaukee Police Department announced it will modify its policies to ban officers from wearing any facial covering in order to conceal their identity. All of this is part of city leaders' ICE Out of Milwaukee plan, which attempts to limit ICE activity in the city in case of a possible surge. We've been in this.
All right, so they trying to limit the ICE activity in Milwaukee. And I'll tell you this, Milwaukee wasn't fully a sanctuary city, but we operated like a sanctuary city. It wasn't a sanctuary city like on paper. But we definitely operated just below what would be a sanctuary city without outright saying we're a sanctuary city. But pretty much people knew that they was kind of safe if you can get to Milwaukee. That's why a lot of the open border situations where it's been quiet, like they don't announce it, but they got programs running to support. I got people calling me, hey, Tor, we got this meeting with people that's being affected by some of the laws that, you know, to close the border and things like that. We got these meetings. So it's going on. It just ain't being publicized, or, you know, we're not titling ourselves a sanctuary city or anything like that. So, hey, you know, that's why when you see the ICE Out situation, that's because a lot of people migrated here and a lot of people from the open border situation are here. And it's just off the radar. You don't see hardly any news coverage of it because, you know, we just, you know, we know how to work below the radar. But once again, I would love to see what they vote, how they vote on this after all of the commotion. But like I said, Milwaukee police need to not wear a mask. ICE don't need to wear a mask. They need to treat people with dignity. They do need to treat people with dignity no matter what the arrest is. We've been asking for this for years, black people, black residents. We've been fighting for justice, being abused by law enforcement and all of that. So I guess now that ICE is here, now that, you know, it has to do with the open borders and it's in the best interest to try to do something, they threw us a bone, you know, something we've been asking for forever. And now that ICE is here, we getting ours on the back end, I guess. They got to stay slated through with the ICE. Now they want MPD to fight ICE. and then we got something in return where they don't show up on us with the mask on. You know,
enemy of my enemy, right, Tori?
Hey, that's what they say. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? Hey, that's why Mark Chambers was up in there mad. He was up there. he wrote this up for MPD, and now they rewrote it, refurbished it, and put ice on it. Now they got him looking like the bad guy in all of this. Okay, so it sounds like they eventually added that as well with the mask, with the authorities, and law enforcement can interfere with. I guess now if ICE come and they figure that the ICE may be violating a right of whoever they trying to arrest, they saying that they need the Milwaukee Police Department to step in and stop it. But we couldn't get nobody to step in and stop when they was putting our knee on the neck. When they got the knee on our neck, we couldn't. Nobody would try to intervene. So do I get to intervene now? If I see a police officer with a knee on the back of somebody's neck, do I get to try to step in? Because we know that can cause the people not having breathing issues and may possibly lose their life. Or if I see somebody struggling with breathing and the officer is continuing to do something, do I get to step in? With this new ice out, with you supposed to be able to step in and do something? I'm just asking. Without being charged with something? I don't know. I like how they move things around just because they don't like what ICE is doing. But when black people were screaming for help, we had to sue, take them to court, take them to civil court, try to get some rights, in this consent decree. Now, all of a sudden, presto, we got this motion to ICE out. We don't want ICE here violating nobody's rights. But we got stop and frisk issues with the Milwaukee Police Department where we had to sue for stop and frisk. I'm just saying. It's funny how they can swipe the pen on certain things and then we can't get nothing. Because they turned, whatever Mark Chambers wrote the first time, they turned that down. Nah, we ain't finna do that. But ICE is here, they refurbished it, and now, presto, it's on the books for voting. Boy, I tell you, boy. They know how to flip something around when they want to, Andrew. They know how to dice it up.
Mental gymnastics.
Hey. I guess we are trained to get it however we can. We didn't ask for stuff all this time and tried to get things passed, but all of a sudden ICE here, and now we getting the bone. They throw us back a bone on something that we tried to do a while ago. Hey, I'm just throwing it out there. Y'all can catch it. If y'all can catch it, y'all can catch it. If not, hey, God bless you. Maybe you so bodied out that you can't even hear what's being said. Also, I want to talk about this felony charges. Can you imagine being in a coma and waking up to felony charges? They saying felony charges filed against a Wisconsin man who spent 3 weeks in a coma. Oh, you thought you was going to get out of this because you was in a coma. Nope. We don't care if you woke up and didn't remember nothing. We going to get you. We going to put these felony charges on you. Hey, look, we got video on this. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. A Wisconsin man charged with felonies after he wake up from the coma. Let's listen.
This is a very unfortunate workplace accident. Everything in the complaint is suggested. There's no certain causation alleged. There's just like hints maybe he was involved.
Daryl Koulas is charged with 4 felony counts for causing an explosion on the job.
I see a lot of might have caused or possibly caused or could have caused type of things in this complaint.
In the criminal complaint, police accuse Koulas of being on drugs, saying he was seen slumped over in his car sleeping before his shift began the day of the explosion, stumbling around before an industrial pot containing hot metal burst into flames.
I can tell you, he's very emphatic about answering these charges and passionately convinced and plausibly arguing to me facts consistent with his innocence.
Koulas' attorney says he's going to fight these charges and that he's innocent. I called, emailed, and went to Signacast to see if the company would talk to me about the safety of its employees and if any improvements have been made since the explosion.
He does not have time.
Okay, thank you. Signacast declined to comment. Kulas's family started a GoFundMe for him soon after the explosion, saying he's a cancer survivor who needs help paying for medical bills and that he was in a medically induced coma for 3 weeks after the explosion.
He wants to answer these charges and he's passionately committed to that.
If convicted, Kulas could face 42 years in prison and pay up to $100,000.
All right, so he got out the coma. Now, I don't know what he was doing before he got in the coma, but it don't look like he was in the right position, Andrew. It don't sound like maybe he could have, sound like he could have caused some stuff to happen. Because when they put charges on you, they know you the one. And out there in these companies, they got cameras. You out there doing certain things, and then all of a sudden you come out the coma, they put 4 charges on you. You did something. And they don't care if you remember if you did it or not, because they got the video. They gonna jog your memory. They gonna put that camera right in front of you and say, okay, even though you just woke up out of a coma, you may not understand what happened. This you right here. this what you did. And so, hey, I don't know if I should feel sorry for him or because I really don't have the things in front of me that took place before the explosion. But obviously they got some things on him that they can show him to jog his memory. That's wild to me. And it sounds like a sad story, but hey, if he was doing something that caused a huge explosion and his behavior and it was things going on and now he in a coma and it sounds sad but when you wake up, if I was a family member and my family was affected by this, I don't care. I'm gonna need you to come to we gonna jog your memory with these videotapes. They may admit him into a hospital because he may not even be he may not can stand trial because he may not remember what happened. Hey, look, when we come back, we got Winky Blue. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. We got Winky Blue. He want to chime in on Mark Chambers and the Mass Band. Hey, look, if you're watching as we broadcast live, we'll have more conversation. And I got a story that I want to discuss when we get back about a girl, a 12-year-old, that was being bullied in Los Angeles. I want to talk about this because I've been dealing with bullying with different schools for the last 4 or 5 months. I'm trying to get something in place for bullying because I'm surprised we don't even have that. But we're going to talk about it when we get back. We got Winky on the lines. We're going to talk about this bullying situation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
I got money now. Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, When you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yo, God, I see the bigger picture. How you think I'ma forget who the one who formed the rivers, who the one who formed the ocean? My foundation's solid. How you forget who the one who sent you your prophet, who the one who gave you your king, gave you your heart's desire, the one who gon' protect you, take you out of that fire, who gon' save your family, who gon' save your children? You gon' let the devil win, you gon' let him kill him, you gon' let him
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, we've been talking about this ice out situation. There's a vote coming for the ice out situation. You know the controversy between the alderman and the alderwoman. We talked about this on the Tory Lowe Show, the fallout due to the ice out. But now I guess they bringing it to the table. They bringing it up for voting. We got Winky Blue. He want to comment on this mass ban. How you doing, Winky Blue? Brother Wink. I don't know, Brother Wink may be not in tune, Andrew. We're going to... Brother Wink. All right, we going to have to call back. It sounded like he was somewhere listening to some country music or something.
You can't call into a radio show and then put us on hold.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's it. I guess, you know, he thought we was still on break. He probably was listening to one of his favorite... It sounded like somebody was playing the guitar up in there. But like I said, it was this story. I want to get to Los Angeles since we got some time. I want to get to Los Angeles. I want to get to this story of this 12-year-old that was bullied. And they said that the bully threw a metal water bottle at her head, the family says, and it took her life. If you watch this, we broadcast live. Sad story, but this bullying thing have to be addressed. So if you watch this, we broadcast live. We got some audio on this from Los Angeles. Let's listen.
A grieving mother outside Reseda High School. Tonight, Elma Chiquipa tells KTLA her 12-year-old daughter Kimberly was the victim of a vicious bullying attack. Hit in the head in the school hallway, she died days later after a brain hemorrhage.
It was a metal water bottle, and they threw it to her right over here. Then after that, she said she was feeling dizzy when she got home, so they took her to the hospital.
Witnesses say the water bottle that struck Kimberly was launched by another 12-year-old girl. After the incident at Reseda High, Kimberly was taken to the ER.
No, nada. Solamente le recetó Tylenol.
Her mom says the doctor did nothing. They sent Kimberly home and told her to take Tylenol. But a few days later, Kimberly collapsed.
The day that she had the aneurysm, we had no clue that something was about to happen.
Guy Gazzett is Kimberly's uncle.
The child that attacked Kimberly was a problematic child and that has been fighting and bullying a lot of kids, not specifically targeting Kimberly.
Justice for Kimberly! Amid all this grieving, now there are demands for justice. Kimberly's classmates demonstrating outside the school today.
All right, well, I'll say this, Andrew, and I'll say this to Truth Nation. And I'm gonna keep talking about it because to me, it makes me scratch my head that if you got a child that's problematic in the school and he or she has multiple incidents with children, you would think that there would be a process to remove this kid because they don't know how to operate in public or in the general population. That's all I'm saying. Like, it should be something that maybe they can go home and do their homework on the computer. But then they'll say, well, the parents may have to work it on. No, well, control your child. I'd rather get rid of that one child that can't operate with everybody else. That's your kid. You figure that out. We talk to you about it. Your kid is causing problems with other children. After about 3 or 4 or 5 reports, you need to take your kid back. You out of here. Like, figure it out. Or get your child under control. Because I've been in multiple situations where parents are calling me saying that the school is doing nothing and this child is bullying not only their child, but other children. This child is a menace in the school, and yet there's no program or no way to really deal with this. Besides, we're going to do, they give them this story and then the kid come back with something else going on. This got to stop. This style of dealing with, it's only one kid that's causing problems for others. They got to go home. They got to stay until y'all figure it out. And if that's a burden on you got to work and you got this and that, then get your child together. Get your child together. This is why we got to try to do something about that. And it got to happen. I ain't saying ban them from the school. All I'm saying is you got to go home until you get it right. That's all I'm saying. And then you may have to go through some obstacles, to get back in, to get readmitted in the school. Take a program, take a class, do something, and then, go through a whole process to get back into the school. Understand what I'm saying? Because it's out of hand. It's out of hand. Hey, look, we got Al on the lines. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. How you doing now?
I'm doing fine. If this kid has no mental type of capabilities, and if he's found to be healthy, it should not be 3, 4, 5 times. He should be at home with his mother and his father, and they can homeschool him. That's what needs to be done. See, a lot of times these kids be out of control because mama and daddy ain't keeping their foot up their ass, and they doing gentle parenting. And then they start this excuse talking about CPS. See that you see all this stuff that's going on? See, that's because they worried about CPS. Because I thought it was for the religious, spoil the child, spare the rod.
Spoil the child, yeah.
Yeah, and you see, and this is why a lot of these kids is out of control. And the other thing is, y'all should not be doing no dope, no crack, or getting drunk, or doing booger sugar, or even smoking weed with your kids. That's why a lot of these kids are effed up in the head now. They daughter's 16 years old, already wore out, don't even got no electricity downstairs.
Oh, wow.
So if they cannot control their kids, they can keep them crumb snatchers at home, and that can be the failure of the parents. See, the school is for education. School is not to play parent, and the school should not care if you work in 2 jobs. You should have thought about that when you said leave it in and don't pull out.
Oh, wow.
And if the daddy is not around, find him. Y'all got Google. You got GPS tracking systems. He know how to find you when you get them taxes in that minivan that's missing the headlight and leaning on the side. So find him. And if that ain't good enough, put the kid with him, and they can work it out. Bye-bye.
Well, I'll say this. I was just, at a school recently, and I just kind of got out of, my usual talking. And I said, anybody that's being bullied in this auditorium, come stand by me. And I'm telling you, a bunch of children got up and came and stood by me. And that let me know that when we talk about public schools or the school system, they are not doing a good job when you send your kids to school and they're at risk for being bullied. And in this case in Los Angeles, this 12-year-old was hit in the head by another 12-year-old female that hit her in the head with a metal water bottle. This is what they're saying, a metal water bottle that took her life. So okay, then come to find out this kid has a history. That's even worse. And this is why I say, usually when there's a bully, there's multiple people, multiple children. It's usually hardly ever one kid getting into it with another kid and they don't even call that bullying. They call that two people that's having a disagreement or a fight. Like if a kid is harming another thing, now the other kid may say they're being bullied by this kid, but if it's just two kids and then nobody else affected, they'll say that that's two kids having a problem. But when you have multiple children involved and one kid is the source, okay, they need to go home. You need to go home right now, get your stuff together, get the book bag together, and go home. And the only reason only thing that they should do is if you want to come back to school, you got to pass a whole bunch of tests. You can get AI to make up a test at this point. You ain't even got to make the test up. To reinstate the bully and then have the parents sign off on it for them to come back. And it should take like a month for that whole process to even take place. So you can sit at home for a little bit. The parents can understand that, okay, your child is a problem, and now you can't go to work, or now you got to interrupt your life because your kid wasn't raised right. That's what needs to happen. All that keeping the kid around and one kid causing problems, I believe it's strategic if they allowing this to happen. I believe that they want somebody in there disrupting the kid's education if you ain't got no resolution for it. I believe it could be, hey, look, they overlooking it because it's mainly in public schools. Kids get bullied everywhere. Now I'm gonna tell you that, but the test scores is lower in black communities. And all that is adding is unnecessary stress to your kids' education. That's all I'm saying. Something got to happen. Because this can't continue to happen. And this is the situation in Los Angeles, that's extreme. Child lost their life due to a peer that was bullying people, throwing a metal water bottle at her head that caused her to lose her life. Now, I'll say this. I've seen kids get beat up, everything. You name it. I got called up to the school, pushed down the stairs, everything, And I'm wondering, what is the struggle with getting rid of this kid that's messing with 20 kids, 10 kids? Obviously, this kid can't function in a room full of children. That's all I'm saying. They made... Who on the lines, Andrew? I can't hear you. Ram? Okay, we got Ram on the lines. How you doing, Ram?
What's going on, Brother Terry? You know me.
Blessings. Hey, how you doing? Blessings, brother.
Thought you catch the voice. Hey, it's about time for us to have a dinner talk, man. It's Ramadan now, bro. You need to come through and get some of this bean soup, bro.
Okay.
I'm just saying, hit me in the box, bro. I ain't talked to you in some years, man. It's been some years, right?
That's what's up. It's been a couple years. You're right.
Yeah, it's been a couple years. This bullying thing is a couple things. Is poor parenting, and then we got to talk about all these kids on medication. And then the other thing is, don't forget about the pipeline to prison.
Right. We talk about it.
Because we don't ever, is there bullying going on in suburban white schools?
Yeah.
And then how are they dealing with it?
Well, they ain't really did, because that's how them school shootings be connected, But the thing is, when you talk about test scores and distractions, in our community, the test scores suffer greatly due to lack of leadership and people responding correctly. Out there, they may have bullying, but the test scores are always up there, kind of higher.
And it's only going to be a small group of people.
Right.
But we talking about our test. I got a brother who's working as a principal at a school. I'm not going to get a name. And they was like at 4 to 5% efficiency of math and science for K through 6 through 12 school. And as a community, Brother Terry, why are we talking about reading, writing, and doing mathematics? How about knowing your timetables without using your cell phone? So you want to show somebody call in, they're in the 7th grade, you say, well, 7 times 8, don't use your cell phone. Let's talk about that, because that's mental math. So when children don't know, they start teasing children in the classroom, and, that escalates the stuff. Because, a child will say, oh, you dumb. And then boom, they're on the playground, the hallway, it's on and popping. But the question is several children like that in a lot of
But hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna slow it down for just 1 second. We got paraprofessionals slapping kids, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm not laughing at that, but that is happening. But the thing is, some of these children are acting out because they know they can because of the poor parenting at home. You know, like the discipline and respect. Because some of that start at home before they even walk into the school building. You know, so it's a combination of things. I totally agree. But once they get to the school building, you just can't drop them off and just think the magic wand here, they're going to be all right. Nah. Because, you know, mother is the first teacher, right?
Of course.
You know, the mother first teacher. So when we deal with our community, do we go back to the home and the church?
All I'm saying is it got to be a system. It's got to be a system, Rand, when it comes to a child that's disturbing 20 kids, 10 kids. That one is not greater than the 20. So, Ram, all we got to do is say, okay, we going to place your kid back with you till you can get them ready. You know, they say the kids, K4, K5. Some kids in the third grade ain't ready to start school because they can't get along or can't handle themselves with children, their peers around. So they may have to be delayed to be homeschooled until they can be able to interact with their peers in school. And now the school got computers and everything, so they can put that kid in a situation in the home where they can have the computer set up and do the work. And then if you want to integrate back into the school system, you got to get your stuff together. That's all I'm saying. And and you know, these many times it's single mother homes, but many times we got to make sure that we get the father involved too, because that's still his kid. I mean, we may have to track him down a little bit if he ain't around. But I think that we need to take a hardcore approach to a lot of this. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Severe flooding from hurricanes and other serious storms frequently damage cars. However, some of these flooded vehicles will end up back on car lots or for sale online, with no indication they were submerged in floodwaters. If you are in the market for a used vehicle, make sure you are buying from a reputable dealership and use the National Insurance Crime Bureau's free online VIN check service to help verify the car's history. If you suspect fraud, call 800-TEL-NICB, a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day. Too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Now that I'm retired, I'm worried about making ends meet. Food, medicine, and rent cost more every day. And that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month. Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging. If you're on a fixed income, benefitscheckup.org might help you too. For free. Visit today.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Growing up, Wallace Peoples couldn't stay out of trouble. He spent time in and out of juvenile detention and was convicted of armed robbery in 1997 and sent to prison for 20 years. It was during that extended stay behind bars that changed his perspective and led him to reinvent himself. Today, Wallace Peoples goes by Wallow267, and he's dedicated his life to sharing positive messages, especially to those from underserved backgrounds. His greatest tool? It's humor.
You understand, if you can make somebody laugh, you can make them listen. And laughter don't got no race, no color, no age, no gender. That's one of the things that we all could agree upon. No matter where you at in life, you want to laugh.
Wallow267 uses his ability to make people laugh as a hook to get them to listen to his advocacy for reform and to help other people from underserved backgrounds avoid the pitfalls that derailed his younger years. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Boston Celtics spoiled the return of Giannis Antetokounmpo with the Milwaukee Bucks losing 108-81 on Monday night. Antetokounmpo had 19 points with 11 rebounds in 25 minutes of action since getting injured in January. The Bucks are 8-7 during his absence. Milwaukee's lost their last 3 games, all by at least 23 points. Giannis on his minutes restriction.
Just gotta, trust the coach staff, trust the training staff, and slowly get back in the rhythm and get to where I want to be.
Next up for the Bucks, they host Atlanta on Wednesday night. Tomorrow, the Wisconsin Badgers play their final home game of the regular season as they invite Maryland to the Kohl Center. And the Horizon League tournament kicks off Wednesday as well with the number 8-seeded UWM Panthers taking on 3-seeded Detroit Mercy Titans at 6 p.m. You can hear that game right here on 101.7 The Truth. This True Sports Update was brought to you by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All rise for advocate Tory Lowe. Mr. 5 points. Mr. 888. Lowe. Let's go. Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got Elizabeth Brown joining us as we broadcast live. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, salute King, all is well. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, happy Tuesday. We talked a little bit about this earlier at the top of the show. We talked about the Clintons being deposed, and we talked about the situation when we talk about innocent life being harmed and those people of powerful influence, whether in the entertainment, in politics, in these businesses, that we, the people, have to start taking our power back, because we talk about it all the time. We've given our energy to people who have misused the energy, and now we got innocent life being harmed on the table.
Absolutely. Used, abused, and discarded. Again, the goal, again, when you don't know your own worth, when you have been programmed not to believe in you, but to wait on somebody else, this is what happens. This is what takes place. Again, self-harm is happening also, because for a person not to believe in themselves enough to stand up for themselves. We've been having this conversation on the Tory Lowe Show since the duration of your show on how we have to get back to square one, get back to self-love, get back to self-healing, get back to preservation of self, because that's the number one universal law, self-preservation. We are suffering to the extent of, because again, when you think about how we have allowed these people to continue to give us the illusions that they have the answers, but every day we wake up in chaos. Every day we wake up in suffering. Every day we wake up in strife. Every day we wake up in struggle, of not having, of not knowing, of not being protected, of being neglected, of being misled, of being misused and discarded. Again, at some point, we the people have to recognize that they can only give us what we are open to receive. At some point, we have to say enough is enough. What we were talking about yesterday, it's our time to say we will not engage in the mistreatment of us, our children, and continue to live in squalor. Because I mean, at this point, with all the trust we have given this system, all the energy that we continue to give this system, we have nothing to show for it, not even to the point of a sound mind and body. So it is our time really to tap back into self, to go back and find out where we lost ourselves. It's a pivotal time. This is the year of Aquarius. This is, again, today we're on tonight, the 3-3 portal. We're talking about, the blood colored moon. Again, if you go back biblically, and again, I'm not, the one to do all of that. However, there's meaning behind things that's happening today, and that's the release of the old so you can come into the new. The release in the ability to stand back and allow these foundations to crumble, because they don't benefit the people. It's not about the people no more, and it's not about the people because the people have allowed others to mislead us to believe that the illusion of inclusion, that we matter and that everything that they're doing is for the greater benefit of us. Again, when we talk about being about that action is not adding up. That is the greater benefit of us as a whole. Again, everybody benefiting but us. And so it's right now, when we gonna get a clue? When we gonna get a clue? When we're gonna stand up? When we're gonna be about the change that we need to be about as a collective? Because it doesn't matter if one of us change our mind to change our life and everybody else is still going with the flow of receiving nothing, with having to do nothing. Because again, is it scary? Absolutely. To wake up one day and realize that you done gave your power to somebody who's abusing you with it. Yes, absolutely terrifying. However, at the same time, just like you relinquish your power, you can retrieve it. And now it's the time to cut all ties that bind you to the illusion that you've been included, and step into the reality that you've been sacrificed.
Hey, that's a cold shot. Some people, I always say, ignorance ain't always bliss. They say
absolutely not.
They say
detrimental.
It's definitely detrimental. Hey, look, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy: don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update on the new 101.7 The Truth.
The City Conference Boys Championship game did not disappoint last weekend. In the Gold Division title game, the two-time defending conference champs, the Milwaukee Juno Pioneers, went toe-to-toe with the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats. This game was a back-and-forth battle, but the Pioneers made the plays down the stretch to pull out a 76-72 win behind a great performance of Gonzaga recruit and junior player Dooney Johnson, who dropped 28 points in the victory. And in the Blue Division, the Golden Meyer Owls did what they have done all year long in conference play, is just win, as they defeated the Audubon Cardinals 87-79 behind a strong performance from their senior guard Caleb Colbert, clinching the Blue Division crown. And lastly, in the White Division, the Bayview Redcats left no doubt cruising past the Vincent Vikings 90-64 to win the White Division Conference Tournament.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Gruber's Offices, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Got a lot of brothers, some of them play bros. They don't want to say it, but they hate low. They all mad 'cause I got the Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Elizabeth Brown. I was on ESPN, KBN Nation, and they play this song when I come on Fridays, and they do they dance. They be doing the salsa dances and everything.
I seen that.
I said,
it's hilarious too.
It is. I cannot believe it. These people.
Stroke got some moves. I seen Stroke.
Yeah, Stroke. He did this. He just spun this. He made me dizzy. He was spinning so much.
Hey, and not only that, he was spinning on the beat. So salute to
he
Stroke.
definitely was spinning on the beat. Salute to Stroke, Alex Stroke, from ESPN, KBN Nation. Salute. But once again, another powerful conversation, Elizabeth Brown.
Absolutely.
Let me get your final thoughts.
I mean, again, King, it's our time. Like I said, major things is happening in the world. We can't get so caught up and everything else. We got to get caught up in self. It's time for us to take our power back. Again, we've been misled to believe that it's about currency. No, your energy is currency. It's your blood, sweat, it's your tears. Again, are we receiving what it is that we've put out here? Absolutely not. One thing for sure and two for certain, we've been throwing money at these failing systems since the beginning of time, and we still have no relief. No record. I mean, they don't even recognize us to this point, until they need something. Again, it's a money pit. And we really, again, are failing on all levels outside of reaching within. Like I said, if we don't recognize now that we have to go internal, or we'll forever go without externally. So the main idea, King, is to tap back into what it is that we need to tap back into, because for so long they have programmed us to look outside of ourselves, look outside of our household, and take care of everything else. But no, this is a season of making sure that your house have everything it needs. This is the season of making sure your cup is full and you only giving the overflow of what's coming out of your cup to everybody else. Because the reality of it is, like I said, when we look around our community, when you look at the city of Milwaukee, you look at downtown, you look at the outskirts, River Hills, you look at Wauwatosa, you look at Brookfield, you look at their school systems, you look at their neighborhoods, everybody's good. But the heart that make the blood pump and make all of these communities better, they feed off of us like parasites to the city of Milwaukee. And this is why we have to look at ourselves so we can hold these failing systems and the misleadership of Milwaukee accountable. Because at the end of the day, they can't do anything without us giving them the okay or the ability to move. And we can no longer continue to think that if we continue to show them that we'll put them first, we can't get mad when they put us last.
Hey, and they say the last shall be first. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on that to happen. They've been putting us last for so long. I'm waiting for that saying to come
again.
True. And that's going to take us to change our minds and change our life as well.
Period. We're going to be last because we're teaching people that we'll go last. Okay? You're not going to ever come first in anything until you put yourself first. We teach people how to treat us by what we accept. And if we accept second place and wonder why we coming last, it's because we showed them that we will sacrifice ourselves for them and then get mad at them because they refuse to stand up for us. No, it's time to, like I said, this is a season where we known as a community to put everybody before us. Okay, we stand up, we fight for everybody, but now it's proven that we have to stand up and we have to fight for ourselves. Because again, in this period in time, King, we have waited to see who was gonna stand up for us, and it's crickets. Hey. So in this season, it's about again, for those that we have sacrificed for, we gave our pound of flesh, but in this season, we're sacrificing you because it's time for us to come back. It's time for us to heal and rebuild. Nobody's coming to save us. We done saved everybody else. Now it's time to save ourselves.
Hey, look, like I said, it's time to bring what they say, to bring the material to the storehouse so we can use it. Bring it back to the village.
Absolutely.
It's time to repair the village. And I said that all this year. That's the theme. Yes. 2026. It's time to repair the holes in the village. And to fortify and making sure that we have what we need. And many times we lose because we made sure that everybody else or used our energy to make sure that other people had what they wanted. But we ain't even got what we needed.
We choosing to lose, King, at this point. You just, like you said, fortify, but we need to multiply.
Right.
Okay? Because everybody else is receiving. We're in a space and a place where we're paying the most. I mean, car insurance, house insurance, because we live in the quote unquote, what they say, worst place, we pay more. Okay? And then we got these elected officials who has chosen to take our civic duty to say what they want to do, what we want to do with what we want them to do with our tax dollars. And here we are, again, living in the worst, having the least, doing the most, and have nothing to show for it at the end of the day, and then allowing these individuals to continue to play in our face.
Look, they got a lot of heat for a lot of different situations that don't even get the potholes fixed.
Come on.
I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't understand why people got high blood pressure over things that they have no control over, but you got control over all them potholes outside, and you ain't even got enough energy to get your pothole up out in front of your house. That's what
they don't want to do.
I'm trying to tell you, like,
this.
When one of y'all, if all y'all, had all of the same smoke that y'all got for ideas that don't serve the community, if y'all had that same energy for what's outside your window, the community would change overnight.
the selective outrage, okay? That's really, like I said, an illusion. If they wanted to change, change would be happening. If we stand on it and demand it, when we're talking about the parents of the children, we're the parents or the leaders of these misleaders. We can't even stand on them. Okay? Like when we start to get things in order, everything is going to correct itself. But again, a lot of us is out of order. And that's why we can't stand on nobody else to get them in order, because we not in order. You have to become what it is that you're talking about. And ain't no better time than the present.
I agree. Hey, look, Queen, look, as I said, I think it's a lot of misdirected energy, because I get to hear it on the lines. When I'm on the radio, they come on with the high blood pressure.
Absolutely.
If you'd have used that same energy for them potholes, we wouldn't be hitting the potholes. We wouldn't be no potholes outside. But instead, it's misguided energy. And the energy going in the wrong place.
Again, all this money, and we coming into summer, and these kids ain't even be able to go in the classroom because it's going to be too hot and they ain't got air conditioning.
Oh, wow.
Do that now.
Queen,
that part.
Look, I appreciate you for being on these front lines as usual.
Hey,
if people can
salute,
just place
King,
stop having selective outrage and put the energy in the right spot, we won't have no potholes on 27th and North Avenue. We wouldn't have no potholes on Fond du Lac. I'm just saying.
Period. That part.
I need you to get the high blood pressure on these potholes for real.
Come on.
All right, Queen. Well, I appreciate you for tapping in. Hey, I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, salute. One love.
All right. Hey, look. Thank y'all for tuning in to the show today, Truth Nation. Thank y'all for tuning in to the show. Another powerful chat today. I love the chat. The chat. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining the conversation today. Look, I think we got to take our energy and aim it back at the village. I think it's misguided. I believe it's been misdirected. And I believe it's been misused. It's there. You can see it. But it's in the wrong direction. Let's get it in the right direction. It's time to repair the village 2026. We outside. Look, keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.